Okay, you're going.
Yes, sir. My name is William Dill. My dad was the head of quality control at the Corpus Christi Army ARADMAC. His name was William S. Dill. And as a child, I grew up actually going with him to some of the sites out at the Naval Air Station and watching him unload helicopters, climbing in them and inspecting them, and actually taking bullets. He even took a hand grenade out. I have serious doubts as to why he passed away. I honestly believe it could be the effects of Agent Orange, even though they're not saying that. I appreciate your time. And that's with my dad to look at the helicopters. I was not allowed out. I had to sit in the car, but they were dirty. Some of them had been blown up. He would come back into the car just covered in dirt, grease, grime.
How do you like being called? Bill or?
Bill.
Bill, I got a question. When you went with your dad to ARADMAC when you were young, were the helicopters dirty, clean?
Helicopters, they were extremely dirty. Many times he came back in the car after he finished. He was covered with dirt, grease. Even had to have a hand grenade removed from one of them.
So these thoroughly clean helicopters that the base and the Department of Labor is stating, they weren't. You saw them with your own eyes.
I saw them with my own eyes, yes, and they were dirty, filthy.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Where else did you work? Did you work somewhere else? Did you work at Page Airways?
I used to be an employee of Page Airways during the summer of 1970 and 71. I did canisters is what I did. Engine canisters.
Well, let me ask you a question. Were they dirty?
Oh yeah, everything's dirty.
Were the engines dirty?
Oh yeah, exactly.
So they weren't pressure washed?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, so the engines were not pressure washed. They came back dirty.
Yes.
Okay, so the helicopters that went to Page Airways, they would then take those to ARADMAC, right?
Yes.
Did you guys clean them at Page Airways?
The canisters.
The engines?
No.
So the engines went from Canabasville, right?
Yes.
You took them out of the canisters, the engine containers.
The Cudahy field is what it was.
Cudahy field. And then they sent them to ARADMAC.
Yes.
Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So they were dirty.
You bet they were.
So you were exposed as well as a.
I'm finding this out right now. Yes.
All right. So the helicopters that they ever let me ask you: did you wear protective clothing?
They had a mask. A paper mask.
A paper mask. Did you have any gloves?
No.
Did you have eye protection?
Eye protection, yes.
Okay, but they never told you that these helicopters had Agent Orange or they are contaminated with anything?
No. Never.
And these helicopter engines that you worked on came from Vietnam?
Yes.
So they came from Vietnam, the helicopter engines, during the war?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.